We need to face the hard facts in this video, and this video might upset you. It might trigger you to some extent, but hear me out. You keep letting people walk all over you, and that is not a people problem. That is you problem. You keep allowing all of this BS to take place in your life, because what happens to you ultimately most of the time, not all of the time, but most of the time, is what you allow to happen. And this is a lesson that I needed to learn. This is a lesson that I learned pretty recently. If you allow people to disrespect you or mistreat you or make you feel like less of a human than you actually are, you're allowing it, because there's always an option to build those boundaries. That's why we need boundaries in the first place. You know, it took me a long time to realize this, but ultimately, what I want to tell you in order to help you from making the same mistake that I made is this: build your walls and respect your walls. Ultimately, people are going to try and bash them. Ultimately, temptation is going to get the better of you most of the time, and your walls are going to break down. But fear not. There's always a chance to rebuild it. I know where you are right now because you clicked on this video. You're obviously not in a good place mentally, spiritually, or physically maybe. You're not in a good place in your life and you feel like you are blaming yourself, and to a certain extent it is your fault, but to another extent you might have just been a good person trying to do the right thing. And what we've learned in this modern society is that the kindest people oftentimes are the ones who get the most flack, who get the most BS, who get used the most, who get taken for granted. That's just how it is. You need to realize that there's nothing wrong with being a good and genuine person. There's nothing wrong with being a nice person in general, but what you need to do is that sometimes it's necessary for you to put up boundaries, and that might make you look like a complete jerk, but most of the time it is safer to be this way. It is safer to be unbothered, to be unfazed, to be stoic to an extent, because emotion can fool you into thinking that you might be doing the right thing where you might actually be doing something detrimental. And we're talking about relationships, friendships, career. We're talking about many aspects of life here. Put your boundaries up and keep your boundaries strong. Not allow petty things to break down your boundaries. Do not allow people to get under your skin, because remember, what happens to you most of the time is what you allow. And if you allow yourself initially to get disrespected or treated like nothing or not valued, that is how your life is going to keep being like. So take a lesson from me. If not, and maybe this video changed your life, it could be. But take that lesson, build your boundaries, keep your walls high, and only allow the right people over them. I'll see you next time.